Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of the Lake Report. I'm Katie Sartoris, the local news editor at the Daily Commercial and your host here on the Lake Report. We've got lots to cover this week, so let's start with some headlines. Last weekend, the Eustis, Mount Dora, and Tavares fire departments competed for a good cause. The departments hosted the second annual Tri-City Fire Department Food Drive Challenge and faced off for the top spot. Eustis took home the trophy again, collecting more than 32,000 pounds of food, but the real winner is Lake Care's food pantry. In total, the drive brought in almost 44,000 pounds of food. Great work, everyone. How about a little local trivia? Can you name 7 movies that were shot in Lake or Sumter counties? Of course, we're familiar with No Vacancy, which was shot last year in Leesburg, and who can forget Honky Tonk Highway? For filming, downtown Mount Dora was painted pink. We've got more for you and an update on No Vacancy on dailycommercial.com. Also on our website, artist and mental health advocate Simone Richardson opened her gallery, Artist with a Purpose, in downtown Leesburg last weekend. We've got photos from the event. And now some good news on the COVID-19 front. The Florida Department of Health has reported a drop in coronavirus cases since the Omicron surge began locally late last year. A peak in infections has been expected around this time, but only time will tell if we're there yet. And while this specific variant is producing milder symptoms in generally healthy people, it's more contagious. Still, experts agree, getting vaccinated is the best way to protect yourself from a severe bout with the coronavirus, and more people are getting vaccinated every week. As it stands in Lake County, 68% of people 5 and older are vaccinated. That number is even higher in Sumter County at 76%. Still need your shot? Find a location at vaccines.gov. Mount Dora High School has a new football coach. Last week, Coach Luke Hutchinson met with his players after being formally introduced as the school's new coach. His ultimate goal, he told them, is to put together a program that everyone will be proud of. Read more about Coach Hutchinson, his goals, and his background on dailycommercial.com. Of course, you'll find more news on our website and in the pages of the Daily Commercial. And now for our very first Leesburg International Airport update. We've got coverage of the seaplane splash-in. Alan Reisman reports.
Hi, I'm Alan Reisman, and welcome to the Leesburg International Airport update. Today we're on location at the seaplane ramp at the second annual Seaplane Splash-In. This event is put on by a local company right here at the Leesburg International Airport called Whip Air. Let's go check in with them to see what this event's all about. I'm here with Amy from Whip Air. Amy, can you tell us a little bit of why Whip Air puts this event on?
Yeah, so we work in partnership with the Florida Seaplane Pilots Association director, in partnership with the Seaplane Pilots Association, to help host this event, to give our local Florida seaplane pilots and those who are maybe coming from colder climates to come on down, enjoy the beautiful facilities here at the Leesburg International Airport, and just have some fun flying. So this is a Boss 182, and what this is a Cessna 182 that Whip Air has modified. We've put an upgraded engine in it, we've put the floats in it, we also have done fresh paint and interior on it, so we can build a custom airplane for someone who's looking to put something on floats, or frankly if they just want to touch up their existing aircraft.
It sure is a beautiful airplane. Let's go look at it.
Sounds good.
I'm with Dave Hench. Dave, tell us a little bit about your plane and what made you come today.
All right, so I'm actually a Seaplane Pilots Association field director for Florida. So I organize these events, and this one I organized. I also own my own company. It's called Florida Seaplanes. I do flight training, basically seaplane training. And I'm flying this Waco, this beautiful Waco in today. It's the factory demo plane for the Waco company, and they had me fly it in. So I just do this stuff for fun, and have a good time, get all the pilots together. I'm not making any money on these events, just kind of getting everybody together.
I'm here today with Don from Tavares, Florida. Don, tell us a little bit about your plane and what made you come out to this event today.
Well, my name's Don Disher. This is my 2007 Cub Crafter Sport Cub. I've had it for 3.5 years. Any seaplane event that I can go to, I like to go to. It's just a fun event. We live in the United States of America, and we take it for granted that we can actually fly anytime we want to. And then seaplanes are just that more unique, because, you know, not everybody goes for airplane rides every day. But then if you can land on the water in an airplane, that's just the coolest thing.
Thank you for watching Lakefront TV. To learn more about the events happening here at the Leesburg Airport, visit leesburgflorida.gov. Everyone have a great day and fly safe.
Wow, thanks, Alan. What a neat event. And now for an important message from Public Works on the city's industrial pre-treatment program. Ryan Gurdon has the details.
Hi, I'm Ryan Gurdon with the City of Leesburg Public Works Department. As 2022 is full steam ahead, one of the initiatives that will be pressing on hard this year is our IPP program. For those of you who are not familiar with the IPP program, it's our industrial pre-treatment program. Its purpose is to manage the wastewater that's discharged into the City of Leesburg's wastewater management system. A big part of that is the oil and grease management system. This particular facet is designed to manage the oil and greases that are introduced to the wastewater collection system. And without it, what we would see are things like cloggages and blocking at our local residents and even businesses. This in turn could lead to even bigger environmental problems like overflows at our manholes and lift stations, which are designed to take that wastewater back to our treatment plants. Here to educate us today on the program is the City of Leesburg's IPP Inspector, Willie Kirkendall. Let's go check in with him and see how it's going. Hey Willie, thanks for being here with us today. Why don't you tell us what you do here with the City of Leesburg?
Well, Ryan, I'm Willie for the City of Leesburg. I'm the Industrial Pre-Treatment Inspector. What I do for the City of Leesburg, I inspect the grease interceptor, oil and water separators for the City of Leesburg.
So in your experience, what kind of businesses or operations should be cognizant of the ins and outs of this program?
Restaurants, car wash, car dealership, and laundromats.
So from the city's perspective, what are some of the negative effects that could happen to us with non-compliance to the IPP program?
Well, it can cause problems with our sewer system, which is our wastewater. It can have our main line blockage because of all the grease, and then the treatment plant, they can get false readings when they do their samples.
So if a business wanted to find out more information on the IPP program, where could they go to get this information?
They can go to our city website, which is www.leesburgflorida.gov. From there, then they will go to government, and then department, and then they will see wastewater, and then IPP.
Well, I certainly want to know more. Why don't me and you go head into the kitchen and take a look, and you can show me firsthand what's going on.
Okay.
All right, Willie, why don't you tell us exactly what we're looking at right here?
Well, you're looking at the floor drain that goes into the grease interceptor on the outside when they be washing, cleaning the dishes and washing the food. All the grease that comes off the plates and stuff goes down into the sink, into the drain, out to the interceptors. All the flow that I just showed you that come from that sink, everything flows into the grease interceptor from the inside of the restaurants.
So for local businesses or restaurants or anyone who should be cognizant of this program, what are some things that they should be looking for?
If it's not draining properly, then they need to come outside and see that they got a problem with the interceptor because it's flowing backward into the system.
So we covered quite a bit on the business side of the house, but how about for our local residents who use oil and grease for home cooking? What's a healthy and responsible way for them to dispose of that material?
We have two disposable sites for cooking oil for the resident. That's 550 South 14th Street, where they have oil containers where they can dispose it. As long as they bring the oil in a container, they can pour it into those containers. Also, we have another location at 223 South 5th Street. We have containers for them to pour oil in it also.
Well, that certainly helps me out and tons of others out there out. Thanks for giving us your time today, and thanks for all the great information.
You're very welcome.
All right, well, before Willie and I go track down some of this good food in the Venetian Center, we'd like to thank you all for being here with us today. For more information on the IPP program, other initiatives of the City of Leesburg, or events going on, visit our website at www.leesburgflorida.gov or follow us on Facebook. Until then, continue to explore our beautiful lakefront city, and we look forward to seeing you out there.
Thank you, Ryan. Coming up next, the Leesburg High School Construction Academy officially marked its halfway point this week on a home they're building for Habitat for Humanity. We've got the story. Welcome back. We hope you're enjoying this week's episode of The Lake Report, a partnership between Leesburg's Lakefront TV and the Daily Commercial. This weekly magazine show features news and event coverage from around our community. Have a story idea? We'd love to hear it. Shoot us an email at lakefront@leesburgflorida.gov. On Wednesday, Habitat for Humanity and Leesburg High School's Construction Academy hosted a dry-in ceremony for a home the Academy is building. The event marked the completion of the home's outer shell and the beginning of interior work.
Lakefront Television is at the Leesburg High School Construction Academy Dry-In Celebration, where today we're going to see the progress the students have made on this Habitat for Humanity of Lake Sumter home. It's a great project, a learning process for everyone, and this is going to be a great event.
I think the relationship with Leesburg High and the opportunity for these students to step into a leadership role is really what has sparked life into the Construction Academy. They have something that the school can rally around and say, look at us, look what we've done. And they have students who have excelled, become successful, and truly led the project themselves. That's what it's all about.
I couldn't be more proud and honored. The Dream Team is just a team of people who were selected by Mr. Us. A lot of us didn't know who each other were, and now we're a family, and I'm proud of us for being able to open ourselves up and build a bond like that. I'm proud of us for bringing ourselves together to do something like this. There's a difference between a home and a house. A house is something that you go to every single day. It's just a piece of shelter. It could be an apartment. It could be a tent. It's just some shelter to give you something, so that way you're not getting rained on or you're not too cold. A home is something that means something. It has work done behind it. It has people living in it that are just, I don't know. It just has a love to it.
It means a lot for high school and just me, because we're doing this for a student, especially if she goes to our school, so it means a lot just to do this for her family.
It feels like a dream, because when I walk around the school, they always tell me like, oh, your house, it's coming along, your house is very beautiful. And to know that my friends are building my house is like, wow. And like we could always have something to talk about and look back in the future and be like, oh, my friends built my home.
I might cry. I want to cry now because this is a dream for me. I got 2 older sons and her, and it's just been a struggle being a single parent, trying to make ends meet, making sure they had a roof over their head, lived in a low income place because, I just wasn't able then to go through the process that I'm going through right now to own a home.
Lakefront Television would like to congratulate the students and the sponsors on this beautiful Habitat for Humanity of Lake Sumter home. We'd also like to encourage you to watch Leesburg Academy Builders, which is aired here on Lakefront Television.
Thanks, Dawn. What an awesome program. I'm super impressed by those high schoolers. Coming up next, we check in with Miss Leesburg, who brought home some shiny new trophies and a few new titles from a national competition. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Miss Leesburg Megan Goodridge recently competed in the Drum Majorettes of America Mini National Baton Twirling Competition. She shares her story with us.
I'm Reese Pons, Teen Miss Leesburg, and today I have the honor of interviewing our very own Miss Leesburg, Megan Goodridge. Megan, thank you for being here on Lakefront TV.
Of course, thank you for having me.
I've heard you've had a pretty big weekend.
Yes, this weekend I went up to Tennessee to compete for mini nationals, and I competed for 5 banners and I received 3. I am the new Miss Majorette of the Year, America's Most Beautiful Majorette, and I also received DMA Senior Halftime Majorette.
Wow, congratulations. That's like a lot. Were you stressed at all?
I definitely was, but as soon as I walk out on the floor and begin my routine, I think that's whenever like all the nerves go away.
Right. So how many people were at the competition?
There's 300 girls from all different age divisions and categories of their skills, so it's pretty big.
Wow. So was this your first time competing at mini nationals?
Yes, I've only been to nationals and Twirlmania, which is like the world, so I've kind of just skipped mini nationals.
Wow. So do you think that you could do this in college, like in the future?
I do plan on attending USF and hopefully becoming a feature twirler.
Wow. So what was your favorite part about the weekend?
My favorite part of this past weekend would have to be seeing the snow because it has been a little, and that was on me and my mom's bucket list for Christmas break, and nowhere was snowing, so we got to see it and we're very excited.
Lucky. Gosh, it was hot down here. So between being a junior in high school, your commitments with Miss Leesburg and Baton, how do you stay so positive all the time because you're so busy?
I really figured out that organization is my best friend with all this. I'll make like a little list of like all my schoolwork, and then for my calendar, I have like times to practice. I'll have time for Miss Leesburg, and I have time for team practices for Baton. So it's like
you're very busy.
Yeah, yes.
So how long have you been doing Baton?
I've been doing Baton for 12 or 13 years, I think now.
What's the difference between mini nationals and nationals?
So with mini nationals, it's mainly individuals and college line. There's no teams allowed. Mm-hmm. And then nationals is individuals, teams, and then even like small local groups. But at minis, you can like earn your spot to nationals.
Do you compete with a group or do you do it individually?
Well, I am part of Epic Twirl, which is right here in Leesburg. And I have been part of them since we were superstars, so...
So, with your 13 years of Baton, like, what have you learned about yourself?
With these past 13 years, I really realized that I can push my boundaries a lot more than I think. And I do doubt myself a lot, but I have to just realize that it's just a little bump and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, you won. That's pretty awesome. Me and the girls are really, really proud of you for all the hard work you've put in. Thank you for joining us on Lakefront TV. For more local news, please visit lakefronttv.com.
Congratulations, Megan. Best of luck at Nationals. Well, that's all the time we have for this week. We hope you enjoyed the show. To catch it again or to watch more episodes of The Lake Report, log on to Lakefront TV's YouTube channel. And of course, don't forget to follow the Daily Commercial and Lakefront TV on Facebook for the latest. Until next time, get out there and explore this beautiful place we all call home.